Hello there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope that you guys are doing well today. If you're a Chelsea fan, I know you are smart. I know you are happy because we bounced back and we got the 3 points. After a disappointing result against Leeds United, against Leicester City, we beat them, not convincingly, but we managed to scrape a 2-1 win against Leicester City. And one player who I particularly was happy, but I'll get to him in just a minute. But the first half of that game was absolutely terrible. We started off good, but then Leicester for a couple of minutes, up until Conor Gallagher got sent off. I thought they looked better, because they had chances. Both teams had chances, but then as soon as Conor Gallagher was sent off, I was thinking to myself, "Oh boy, we ain't gonna win. I promise you, we ain't gonna win." But we were down to 10 men. We played better football and we still managed to get the win. I mean, I know I usually thought that when you go down to 10 men, you don't get a win. There's no chance. But I think these players here were just watching the last season's game against Liverpool when we were down to 10 men, then we got a draw. I believe they're watching and thinking to themselves, you know what, yeah, let's try and do that. Let's not give up here. Let's still get the win. And that is exactly what they did, especially in the second half. So this is your match reaction to Chelsea 2, Leicester City 1. As we recording right now, Chelsea are in sixth place or seventh place, and Leicester City are still 19th. They're still bottom, not completely bottom, but the second bottom of the table because they've only got 1 point, where West Ham got 0 points. Leicester are in serious trouble. Like if Brendan Rodgers doesn't do well for Leicester, he could go maybe before the World Cup because Leicester City, yeah, like I can't remember the last time they've ever been relegated in the Premier League. I can't remember, you know. We all thought that Leicester could be the team here that could finish probably in the Europa League or the Europa Conference League, but instead they're finishing here where they're in the worst position, yeah, in the Premier League, you know. So yeah, wow. I mean, Leicester need to be really careful. They need to be careful. So for me, they're in deep trouble. Yeah, deep trouble. But let me turn on to Chelsea. But before I get started, make sure if you are new, hit the subscribe button below. Smash a like if you're happy that Chelsea have won today. Make sure you hit the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you share this video so that they can come along and give their thoughts and opinions of Chelsea's 2-0 win against Leicester City. So let me start with the first half. The first half, like I mentioned before, it was a bit of a boring game. Like Chelsea were just taking chances, but we just showed that we just not just lacking in the final third. So yeah, in the 12th minute, uh, I forgot what happened. Yeah, in the 12th minute, Ruben Loftus-Cheek was fouled. The referee gave a penalty, but the VAR said that Kai Havertz was offside. So I mean, when I've looked at the replay, it looked like he was offside by his toe, by his kneecap. So maybe the VAR got this one right. So yeah, so that was a disallowed penalty, and then after that, Leicester were back and had chances as well, but mainly made some great save. The defender was brilliant from Thiago Silva and who else? I've forgotten. Yeah, Reece James as well. So yeah, but then as per usual, Conor Gallagher, yeah, sent off 2 yellow cards. So he will miss the next game, which I think is against Southampton at home or away, which is either on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we got them. So he's suspended on that one. But yeah, Conor Gallagher was absolutely terrible. Two foul challenges. The first one, yeah, where he brought the player down with his leg. And then the second one, yeah, he stopped the counter-attacking football. Like Conor Gallagher, you've already on a yellow card. Why could you not allow him to do the counter-attack rather than foul him? Like he let the team down today. Like he would get the most lowest score in the player ratings, which I'll probably do tomorrow. Yeah, he will get the lowest one because he let the fans down, he let me down, he let the board down, and he let the manager down. Even though he wasn't on the touchline, he definitely watched and he was so angry at that one. So yeah, Conor Gallagher, I don't think if we use a 3-4-2-1 formation, I don't think he can suit well in the pivot alongside Jorginho. I don't think so because of the last couple of games against Leeds, he was terrible. Against Arsenal, he was terrible, and today's game, he was terrible. So I think for me, yeah, if you want to play Conor Gallagher, maybe try and switch for 4-3-3. Put on the right hand side of the central midfielder, and then see what happens. Because I don't, because if, but I know Thomas Tuchel like to use a back three. So if you want to do that, you either drop him on the bench or maybe go or sell him, if you know what I mean. Because I don't think for me, yeah, he can suit well in that pivot in that number eight. So yeah, so the next game he's suspended and he needs to either be dropped or maybe we should sell him. I don't want that to happen, but he has been looking terrible for Chelsea ever since he came back along from Crystal Palace. So yeah, it's been terrible. So yeah, and then when I thought we were down to 10 men, I would have thought that yeah, you know what? I don't see us winning because whenever we're down to 10 men, you just feel like your team ain't gonna be up for this. But guess what? The players didn't give up. They were not scared. They still show heart, fight, desire, and passion. They still want to win the game and get the 3 points and bounce back from that disappointing Leeds game. And that's exactly what they did. So well done to them. But in the 34th minute, we were lucky, yeah, not to concede that goal because the ball was in the back of the net by Jamie Vardy, but the referee blew the whistle and gave a foul for Chelsea because it's either Mendy or Mendy got fouled, or maybe Kukurea got fouled. It's either or maybe Trevor Chalobah, but I'm so thankful we get fouled for that one. So for me, definitely no goal for that one in 34th minute. And then in a couple of minutes later, Reece James hit the post. He hit the post after what seemed like a brilliant goal. He just hit the post. So in the 40th minute. So yeah, the first half was boring. Both teams had their chances, but it ended 0-0 at half time. And then what I like from Thomas Tuchel is that he makes substitutions at the right place at the right time. Because in the second half, yeah, the substitutions made a huge difference. And that's what he won today. Because of the substitutions, yeah. It made a difference. He put Mount off and he put in Azpilicueta. And you know what, yeah? I'm not going to be a Mount hater, yeah, but I have to tell you, yeah, I think we play better football when Mount isn't starting and Conor Gallagher is starting. I think we play better football when these two are not playing. So the big question is, will Mount be dropped for the next game against Southampton? And the same thing goes for Conor Gallagher after the Southampton game. We shall wait and see. But Cesar Azpilicueta came on, made a huge difference. I think he did well defensively. He just was really good. And in that, of course, before the substitution at half time, we played a 4-4-2 formation, which I think didn't work. So Thomas Tuchel decided to go for a back three, and it worked because in the 46th minute, Raheem Sterling scored the first goal, and that was a brilliant, brilliant goal. And it was Mark Cucurella who got the assist on that one. So for me, yeah, that was a brilliant goal. Danny Wood had a touch to it, but he couldn't manage to keep that one out. So that was a really good goal for Raheem Sterling over the goalkeeper. And then it could have been those two linking up again in the 50th minute because Marco Cuellar made a brilliant assist on the left hand side, fed the ball to Raheem Sterling. It looked like he hit the post, but when I saw the replay, it was Danny Ward who saved it. So it was a really great save. So it was unlucky for Sterling not to score his second goal, and that would be his second goal in like 4 minutes in the second half. So yeah, but unlucky for that one. And then after that, Leicester City really shocked me, because I would have thought that since they're not playing good football, I would have thought that we'll continue to dominate Leicester and maybe pepper them, but that didn't happen. They didn't want that to happen. So I thought that Leicester was really good whenever Wayne Sterling hit the post. I thought they looked really good. Because Jamie Vardy had the chance, I always see Paris Leicester City had so many chances here to really get a draw or maybe perhaps win the game. But it's all thanks to Edouard Mendy and the defenders to keep that one out. So yeah, but I have to keep Leicester credit. Even though they've lost, at least yeah, they didn't decide to concede more goals and they played better football in the second half. So yeah, but they'll be disappointed to lose against Chelsea yet again because we all know that Chelsea don't have a really good record against Leicester at Stamford Bridge, but the curse is over and we got the 3 points. So it is what it is. So well done to that one. And then in the 63rd minute, Reece James got the assist on the right hand side, and it was an easy tapping for Raheem Sterling. He could have missed that. And then when he scored that goal, he was so happy. The players were hugging him, and he was so excited. And guess what? He did that with his own fans, yeah, at Stamford Bridge, yeah, not away, but at a home ground. So big up to Raheem Sterling, yeah. He was my man of the match because he was phenomenal, world class from him. And if he can keep this up, I believe he'll be Chelsea's best player so far ever since he signed it. So well done to Raheem Sterling. Two goals for Chelsea. Well done to him in the 64th minute. And then he pulled Sterling off, and then he put on Pulisic came on, and he played alongside Kai Havertz. So yeah, and then Chelsea made another substitution, taking off Jorginho and putting on Kovacic, which I knew he would be coming on since Conor Gallagher is off. So yeah, I thought Kovacic came on and looked really good and did well defensively. And yeah, but then Mendy, I mean, this guy, yeah, I mean, listen, yeah, I'm not saying that Mendy didn't have was not bad, but I think yeah, that goal that Leicester can that we conceded, I think Mendy yeah, should know that if you take that long shot and not clear it out, there's a chance that Leicester City will score, and that's what they did. Harvey Barnes scored for Leicester. It was 2-1, and my heart was beating already, and I was so scared. My arm, like, I was so sweating. I was thinking to myself, "Oh wait, can Chelsea score one more goal or maybe defend for the next couple of for the next 15 minutes?" And that's exactly what they did. So yeah, but for me, yeah, I think Mendy, if Thomas Tuchel's watching that game, I think Mendy should be dropped for the game against Southampton, and Kepa should be started because I whenever I see mistakes like this, I just knew the opposition would score straight away, whether they missed the chance or not. Or whether they score or not, I know that they will. I just know I'm completely 100% sure that they will score because I've seen these mistakes every single time since I've been watching football as a Chelsea fan. So yeah, Chelsea needs to be careful. The more you make mistakes, the more you can see that we will concede the goal and Leicester City will score. So that's what they did. So yeah, so I'm hoping that the game against Southampton we won't make a mistake again, and hopefully we can keep a clean sheet under Kepa. So yeah, so I think Kepa should be starting against Southampton, and Mendy should be dropped, which I don't usually say. I don't usually say, but I'm saying this because I've seen it so many times from Mendy. So hopefully Mendy gets a rest against Southampton, and maybe the next game he can do better than the one he did against the game against Leicester. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, 2-1 to Chelsea. And yeah, I mean, Leicester in the last couple of minutes, late on into the game, they had chances, but Thiago Silva was good. Trevor Chalobah was a bit disappointing. The same thing goes for maybe Mark Cucurella, but he got the assist, so I'll give him that. But in the first half, he looked like a bit shaky. But in the second half, if he would have got two assists, then maybe he could get maybe like a 7 or an 8. But he only got like a 6. So yeah, but hopefully Mark Cucurella can do one again against Southampton. Thiago Silva looked good. Defending well. Many made some great saves. The only place I was really disappointed was Kai Havertz. Maybe the 50 minutes before the game end, I thought he was electric, but before then he was disappointing. I thought Mason Mount was poor again, and we played better football. So I think Mason Mount should be benched for the game against Southampton, and Conor Gallagher is sent off. So yeah, he's not going to play the game against Southampton. So we have to wait and see. But I believe the substitutions work. So well done to Thomas Tuchel for that one. And for anyone that says Thomas Tuchel out, you need to look at yourself because Thomas Tuchel is a great manager when it comes to making Chelsea win games, which you all saw today. So yeah, big up to Thomas Tuchel, and I'll make sure that he doesn't leave the club unless Chelsea don't win every single game, which I hope and pray to God that doesn't happen. So yeah, 3 points. And I also got the 3 points in my prediction for the first time this season because I went for 2-1 Chelsea win and I got that completely spot on. So yeah, I'm really also happy for that one. So yeah, that's how the game went. 2-1 to Chelsea, 3 points, and we bounced back. So that's how I got to say on this one. So honestly, thank you so much everybody who's been watching this match reaction. Don't forget, if you are new, hit the subscribe button below, smash a like if you enjoy this video, and also if you're happy that Chelsea won today, make sure you hit the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you share the thing, share it to everybody, share it to your family, your friends, so that they can give their thoughts and opinions on Chelsea's victory against Leicester today. And also, make sure you check out tomorrow. We're going to be maybe doing the player ratings and also reacting to the Premier predictions. Since there's midweek games that starting this Tuesday and will end on Thursday. So make sure you don't miss any of those. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look after yourselves, take care, and as always, up the blues.